Although linguistics is an arts degree, technically, there is a lot of scientific rigour that comes with it. Grounding your analyses in evidence is extremely important skill to have, and one that, you know, it takes a while to get used to, especially if you're used to, like me, I was used to more like philosophy and English from college. It helps you to have that kind of scientific mind and be really concrete about what you're saying. A lot of what you do is obviously self-learning, and it's so important to be able to develop your time management and to set aside, you know, at least 2 hours a day just reading off the internet or from any textbook that you have. It's really important to be able to set up groups of people and work together in ironing out any kind of inconsistencies that you have in your understanding of the subject. And so you'll often find if you talk to people in your degree, they won't fully understand something that you know about, and vice versa. Something more scientific like linguistics really takes practice of doing something over and over and over again. So something like syntax, if you're looking at how sentences are structured, and there's a really specific methodology to how you do it, you can't just learn the theory and then remember it. It's something that takes practice and practice and practice. One of my favourite modules that I've done this year has been feminism and feminist linguistics. You learn how to argue something quite specific really well. So it's, you know, it's a controversial topic for a lot of people. You'll find yourself in arguments with people about sexism or something like that, and something like linguistics helps you to not only cogently argue your point, but also have a really strong standpoint on the subject. Developing your written English is really important to help to clarify some of the really dense, difficult arguments that you're dealing with, especially if you're, like, as I say, arguing with someone, or like you want to make your point clearly. That's one thing that I've really found has helped from doing this kind of module. A lot of the feminist literature is about evidence of, like, you know, the way that women talk and the way that men talk, and the overlap between them. But there's also a broader sociological context that's set in. Men generally interrupt women more, but it's also quite context dependent. So it depends on whether the conversation is task oriented or if there's kind of a pedagogic aspect to it. It helps you have a real creative thought process behind it, and use evidence for decision making in the sense that you're like looking at the data, but then there's also the creative kind of broader expanse of your imagination when you're thinking about these wider societal contexts.